31 right now. That's it for traffic.
All right, thank you, Britton. It's time for Money Tuesday, and we're actually going to help you make money if you're looking for a job. A lot of people still are. Stewart Welch from the Welch Group joins us, and 7 strategies to boost your odds of getting that job. Let's jump right into these. This one seems like a no-brainer. Be early, right? You got to be on time.
Well, the last thing you want to do is be late.
Yeah.
And you know, stuff has a way of happening. So what I recommend is people shoot for being there 30 minutes early.
Okay.
But you don't really want to be there 30 minutes early. You want to get there 30 minutes early. I'd say sit in the parking lot and get there about 5 minutes early.
Okay, so you don't want to be actually in the office too early.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think you want to be there, you know, on time, maybe a few minutes early.
All right, control your image. I'm sure you mean appearance and also social media, right?
Well, particularly your image. Yeah, I think crazy hair and facial hair and
earrings, maybe.
Earrings and piercings and all that's very cool, but that's not what employers are looking for. They're still looking for the all-American guy or girl. And so I think you want to really check your image. Look at your Facebook image. You know, you partying at the beach may not be the image you want, and a lot of employers are looking there first.
They are. They're looking there. Okay, so this takes a little homework. Research the company because they want to know that you know something about them, right?
It's so easy, and it's surprising how many people don't do it. But you go on the internet, you develop 3 or 4 things that you can weave into your interview about the company, very specific things, and about how you can use those things in promoting
All right,
yourself.
talk about what you mean here. Focus on the opportunity.
Well, you know, I had an interview one time, and the guy came in, and one of the first things he asked was, how many weeks vacation do I get the first year? I said, that's not really what we want to do here. We really want to focus on what is your opportunity in the company? What are the things that you can do to help add value to the company?
Right. What are your assets to us? That's what the company wants to know, right? All right, exude confidence, right?
People want to deal with people that are confident, and here's the thing: the more you interview, the more confident you're going to get in interviews. So what we say is make a list of a dozen companies that you want to interview. Put your best companies, the companies you're most interested in, at the end, and use the first ones as practice. Right. And you never know; it's the early ones may.
Well, I'm sure you want to speak strongly. You want to shake their hand, look them in the eye, right, and wear a red tie, possibly.
And wear a red tie.
That shows power. Right. Okay, be prepared to promote yourself. Now, that didn't work for some people in the NFL draft. That'll go unmentioned here, but just talk about that a little bit.
Well, I think, nobody's going to blow your horn except you. So I think you want to think of 2 or 3 characteristics that are unique to you that you can bring to the company and that add value to the company.
But you don't want to portray yourself as being overly arrogant either. That wouldn't be good.
I don't think you do, but you do want to say, if you're very enthusiastic person, you want that characteristic to come through in the interview.
Gotcha. Or finally, say thank you. Now, is that even if you don't get the job?
You want to say thank you for the interview.
Okay.
So, and I'd say do it in writing. It's kind of the art of writing has been given up. and I'd do a handwritten note, assuming you've got good penmanship, but you want to write them a note, thank them for the interview, and make sure you're using quality stationery.
Okay, so if you write like I do, which is like a doctor sign stuff, probably type it first and then sign your name maybe.
Yeah, I think I would do that. And I think what you're really looking for, Mike, is the wow factor, because there are lots of applicants for a particular job. You want to get it, you have to distinguish yourself.
All right, Stewart Welch of the Welch Group, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, JJ's walking there.